I've been hating you too long to stop now.
You're retiring, and you want to be free.
My hate was growing stronger
As you became a habit to me. Don't make me stop now. I hate you.
Don't make me stop now.
Yo, what up? It's IQMZ Sports. It's April. It's a Wednesday. I think it's the 13th.
Yeah, was it 13?
Standard local time. I'm your boy, JJ Stone, a.k.a. O-Doctor.
James W. Woodson Jr., a.k.a. J. Glock.
Yeah, IQMZ Sports, a.k.a. we brought Kobe to the NBA.
We brought Kobe to the NBA.
Man, we from the Philadelphia region. We own Kobe. Lower Marion, son. Lower Marion, son. That's how we do it. Oh, we don't have no sponsors for this show because nobody's giving us money yet. But we do have patrons. I don't know if you know what patrons are, Jay.
Nah.
Patrons are people that donate money so that we keep doing stuff, and then the more money we give, the better the show gets. Like we might go do a show live from a game or from a Chicky and Pete's or find a way to get cheerleaders on the show with us.
Who we got?
I don't know who we got. Right now we got 6 patrons. People were giving us $29 a month. You can give $1 a month, $3, $10. It's at patreon.com/IQMZ or IQMZ.com/Patreon, or you go on the website and click donate, and then you throw money at us. But when we balling, we gonna spend that money to make the show better for y'all.
That's right.
And for us, because we makes it rain up in here. Remember that time we did the show at the strip club? Oh yeah. See, y'all got to earn that. Y'all can't even. Y'all don't know nothing. We've been showing for days. So started the show with that Kobe Bryant Nike ad, and I think it was one of the best ads I've ever seen Nike do.
It was a very good ad. I loved how they did it. They it's definitely outside the box. You thinking, every city he went to, Cass was booing him, hating him, and they just turned that around into a symphony orchestra. That was very unique.
And it was so on point because Kobe Bryant is I don't want to say end of a dying breed, but as much as people compare him to Michael Jordan and stuff like that, Kobe Bryant's the one dude that is still in the league that didn't care if you liked him or not. I watch all these away games. I see all these Steph Curry jerseys and all these fake fans. I'm like, yo, where were y'all 2 years ago? Y'all didn't know nothing about no Steph Curry. Now everybody's you're giving their home field advantage away to chant for Steph Curry.
It's crazy too. It's just like the NBA's become softer, the fan base has become softer.
Right?
Yeah, because ain't no way in the world you had been rocking something like that back in the day up in somebody else's stadium or and without having problems.
And people sit there telling me, I go on Twitter, I used to be out in Silicon Valley all the time, so I know all them cats didn't care nothing about no basketball. Now, every game, every night is, we did it, the Warriors, you ain't do nothing. You nerd bum ass, you don't know nothing about basketball. Shut up. I got friends I know that were Lakers fans, and now all of a sudden, they Warriors fans talk about I've been a Warriors fan. I'm like, no, I'm a Sixers fan. We suck. I've been a Sixers fan for a long time. And I was like, and the fact of being a Sixers fan, I can appreciate what Golden State's doing. But I'll be damned if I'm out here tweeting and sharing every night when they win a game. I'll be damned if I'm tweeting and sharing out highlights of Steph Curry. I might say good game. And you might even get me to acknowledge them having the best record or whatever in 4 or 5 years. But not today, because I'm not a Warriors fan.
Nope.
I could
I'm
give
giving them props anyway, even if they do get the record.
Yeah.
Because you know what? They weren't bully balling like they were back in the day.
But listen, Steph Curry and Thompson have more 3-pointers this season than the whole team had in 95, 96.
Matter.
They're younger than the Bulls. They have less accolades, less established players. They don't have MVP guys and first ballot All-Americans and first defense. They're doing it in a scrappy squad. And I'm like, they're doing it in a weaker era. And and until they win 5 championships or 6 championships, and until they win back-to-back triple lattes, I don't care what y'all did. Cool. The other thing that people keep talking about with the record is they won 6 rings. The Bulls
I don't give a damn if they can have a record and tie the record, beat the record, whatever. You better get some rings. You better get a ring.
Yeah, they got 1 ring. You better get the ring this year.
You better get more. You got to run at least 3 in a row.
Yeah, you got to with this all-cast, all-star, all-world team. You better win everything, and not only this year. You better win it this year. You better come back and win it next year because your whole squad signed up. You came in at the right time where you could keep teams together because there's more money available for max cap players. You could keep players. It ain't like the whole flippy floppy wishy washy. So there ain't no reason in the world. Y'all better have a dynasty, okay? You better have a dynasty. So that being said, who you watching tonight? Kobe's last game or the possible record set?
I've watched the Black Mamba.
Yeah, I'm watching Kobe too.
Yeah, Kobe. I'm watching Kobe. I ain't worried about the Warriors.
I don't care if Kobe go 0 for 88. I give a shit. Jack him up, Kobe. Jack him up. You know what I mean?
Get the gun,
shit,
run
right?
it and gun.
Oh
I
man,
don't care.
Lord knows. And somebody needs to get posterized tonight. I just need to see him levitate on somebody.
Time.
And if they dare to even think about blocking Kobe Bryant, I hope there's a sniper in the building. I don't want to see nothing bad but Kobe done. You know what I want to see? I want the game to be played like I play against Leo on the basketball court, and I'm trying to build her confidence up. I want to see yams. I want to see the threes thrown up. I want to see some spin moves. I mean, I've only watched 2 Warriors games this year, so I like you said, fans ain't what fans used to be. I got boys that are like straight Bulls fans posting all this Warrior stuff. I'm like, I get it. Like, I know you're gonna call me a hater, but just stop posting so much stuff about a squad that ain't your own.
Yeah.
you could appreciate it, bro, but I don't need a weekly update on the scoreboard from you.
No.
Like,
no. I mean, granted, Steph Curry can shoot. He's an assassin out there. But, occasionally I might say something. But damn that.
Yeah.
I'm not posting stuff about him all the time.
I didn't
More
even
about the Warriors. I don't care.
I didn't put it in the show list, but Seth Curry, I think his brother, has been catching on fire the last month. And when George Karl first got there, he's like, oh, he'll never be like Steph Curry. He'll never be like his brother. And Boogie Cousins like, he's going to be better than his brother. He's an assassin. And just like Curry, I guess it's taking a little bit of time to get into his groove. But this last month and a half, dude, like he had like 7 threes the other game. He had like 6 threes. Like he's just been schwappy. Man, I tell you what, got that Curry juice, boy. His dad can shoot.
From Dell on down.
Yeah, his dad could shoot. I mean, but again, the game was different back then.
Oh yeah.
His dad didn't play that style of game. Like you couldn't take as many shots as they taken out because of defense.
Could have been that good, but he would have been getting beat up.
Oh yeah, there would have been somebody in your face. The thing the absolute haterist, angriest thing I dislike about the Warriors is the moving screens. I have a video on my phone. I will post it in the show as we're talking. And dude, Steph Curry runs through 5 screens. All of them are moving. No one ever calls it. And I'm like, my goodness, ref, do you not see it? And then a lot of the times they get all defensive fouls because of that. And I'm like, you gotta call it, bro. You can't run there. I mean, they're literally running around the court fouling Steph Curry, just throwing picks. and never gets caught. So I don't know. Back in the day, you'd got trucked. You know what I'm saying? You'd got trucked.
Yep.
Like,
you wouldn't have thought about setting no screen like that no more.
No.
You've been late coming up to that screen for the rest of the damn game.
yeah, we Leah played a team that actually had one play, and the one play they ran was a screenplay, and our team never seen anybody run the screen. Yeah, they're 8. So they kept running it, and the girls were just boom getting picked off, right? So Leah's girl came through to screen her, and Leah just blew the girl up, and the ref got her for a moving screen, and Leah didn't get called. She's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Nah, that's how you fight through a screen. That's what you're supposed to do. Fight through the screen."
Right.
So I was cracking up.
Girl, think twice about coming up there again.
Yeah, they did. They ain't run to play no more because that girl got laid out. Leah just trucked her. So yeah, I'm gonna watch Kobe tonight too, and people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna tape Kobe and watch the war." I'm like, it's not my team. I don't care. And for the love of Jiminy Christmas and all that is holy, if they lost the game tonight,
I mean, what? It's not like confetti's gonna come down. It ain't like they won a championship or something.
no,
You know what? It's so what?
yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
Okay, so only because I know baseball, and only because it was a perfect record, I know the winningest team in football was the Dolphins. Was it 72?
Yeah.
Okay.
And see, they forgot all about the Patriots where they ran all the way up in there
Because the
to the
Patriots
Super Bowl.
didn't win the Super Bowl.
Lost the Super Bowl.
They didn't win it all.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares who won all the season games. Baseball. I have no idea who the winningest team is. I forgot that the Bulls were the winningest team till all this conversation came up. I forgot they won 72 that year because 72 don't mean nothing. The rings are what matter.
And then they won 69 the next year or something like that.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. And that was
that's that era.
And that was in an era where dudes weren't taking off all the time, taking breaks all the time.
Yeah, and cats was coming in the paint with baseball bats. Like the little, you were getting the beat down in the paint
all day, every day.
Yeah, I mean, what didn't even matter if you were in the paint, but especially in the paint.
Yeah, so I'm watching Kobe tonight. I might have a little tear in my eye watching Kobe in the hit house. Because again, like I said, I never liked Kobe. I like Kobe and Shaq, and that's just because I love Shaq so much. Like, Shaq made me almost a Laker fan, but I just hated Kobe. I hated the mean looks Kobe had. I hated that Kobe wasn't cool and fun like Shaq. I hated that Kobe hated. And that's why I love that commercial. That commercial is Kobe Bryant. Like, you be like, yeah, I know you great. You suck. And I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
I'll tell you what, Kobe Bryant, I don't know. Every time I think of Kobe Bryant, I think of when him and Matt Barnes got into it, and Matt Barnes threw the ball in his face, and Kobe didn't even blink.
Yeah.
He didn't flinch. He didn't blink. And the ball was literally inches from his face. He just stood there, ice grilled him the whole time. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, it's human nature to flinch. Like, something that close coming at you pretty fast, and my man didn't even move.
No.
Didn't even think about it. Did you just do that on your phone?
Who?
I mean, who?
Who what?
You know what?
What happened?
Oh, Jesus. Nothing.
You good? We good?
What's wrong with you?
We good? We good?
I can't see the pictures in the back is good now.
Oh, my
What's
bad.
wrong with you?
My bad. You was distracted anyway. I'm trying to get your eyes in focus. So yeah, I forgot about that. Kobe's just Kobe.
Yeah. I mean, which number do you think he's going to retire? 8 or 24?
Ooh.
I mean, he was good as shit when he had 8.
8 was the number.
He was young, and he was
8 was the number.
He was that young buck boy.
8 was a number. Like, and see, at the same time, 8 is when he had Shaq.
Yeah,
24, he did it on his own.
He had similar stats with both numbers too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
he was a consistent dude. He was a consistent dude. And even when man, that's a good question. Man.
I mean,
shit. How about you, damn Gina? How about you do a fucking halvesies and a halvesies and do 8 on the front, 24 in the back? You just split that, John. Yo. That's a good question.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one he would do. He got a whole dilemma on his hands right there.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, he's probably going to do 24 because he got rid of the 8 because of the rate
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. I don't even know why he did that. I know you're trying to change the narrative. Somebody told him about marketing and branding. The only thing it did do for him is it sold a whole bunch more jerseys.
Yeah.
Because everybody had to get the new number. It did do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you know?
Or should I say rape allegation?
Rape allegation.
Yeah.
I don't know. Shaq pays people off for stuff like this, so I don't know how to handle it. I don't know how to call it allegation or legit or what, but Shaq pays them off. Yeah. So Kobe, all day for us. Yep. Forget the Warriors. And that's how that be. I need them to lose to San Antonio with all my heart. I don't even care if LeBron wins or not. Actually, I want LeBron to win just so we can stop worrying about Cleveland ever getting a championship, so it just could be done. But I don't even know why it's a topic of discussion for anybody. No. He's just a madman pajama up there. Yeah. Should stay to his ass. Yeah, he should stay. Well, the thing about Miami is he didn't like. See, we going cross topic. We ain't sticking on topic. We just see this is what happens when we be talking in general. But he whatever. Forget this show. It's in the tank. You drinking whatever. But LeBron just one he missed home. He's a homeboy. 2, I just don't think he liked Riley's dad puppet string pull. He didn't like all that control that he was giving up because he likes running stuff. I mean, he's not really good at it, but in Cleveland, I want the coach gone. Coach be gone.
Why can't you just shut up and ball? I don't get it. I don't understand. That's your bread and butter. I mean, that's why you got your Nike contract in high school, because you can ball, not because you could talk or coach. Yeah. Stay in your lane. I mean, you ain't getting paid coach's money. Coach's money sucks compared to yours.
So what about I don't know if you heard this today, but Kobe. LeBron got caught hitting this chick up on Instagram in her DMs.
What?
And she screenshotted it and put it out there. Now, first of all, we got to have a whole conversation about being married and all that kind of stuff, because that was a question we asked last week. But first of all, it's from his official Instagram account with the blue check, so it's his account.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Second of all, I don't know if you remember, but this is the second time this has happened to him. Now, the first time it happened, he played it off to, I was trying to get a hold of that girl because I wanted her to model and a campaign for me. To which he did have his people reach out, and he did hire her to model.
Do remember that a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. So he covered himself with that one, right? But when you do it again, and you start the conversation off like, yo, what's up? Or what are you doing? I'll post it. I got to look it up because I just heard it on the radio today. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I know the songs out there. It goes down in the DM. It go down. But you can't be going down in the DM.
Just like Chris Carter got crucified for saying you got to have your fall guy. Dude.
Yeah.
Get your boy to do it.
Yeah.
If it's that important and that pressing that you got to get these draws somehow, get your boy to make the connection.
Brett Favre got away with it for a long time until he got obsessed with that chick. He was having his boy fly chicks around. He was having to buy shit for the chicks. But you have to have your boy hit the chick up. You can't do it, LeBron. And here's the thing. Not for nothing, but she knows, hey, I could either have sex with LeBron James, whoop-de-whoop, or I could get my 15 minutes of fame by putting him on blast and doing some TMZ interviews and probably get paid $20K. Like, sorry, LeBron, but she's probably not even a basketball fan to be no groupie of yours.
Nope.
Because at least groupies somewhat like sports or whatever. But I'm like, bro, you ain't had no fall guy. You did it from your own official account. And this is the second time you doing it. How dumb are you? Like, why?
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
It makes no sense. And again, speaking off topic about guys doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. I forgot to put this in our notes, but You heard about what happened with LaShawn McCoy. So for the people that don't know, explain what happened to LaShawn McCoy and its instance I'm talking about, the incident. He was at a bar.
In the bar. I forget, what was it a holiday? No, it wasn't a holiday, was it?
It wasn't a holiday. It was right at, it was, I don't
Was it
know what
New
it was.
Year's? Was it New Year's?
Maybe it was New Year's. Maybe it was New Year's. We're probably butchering it all wrong.
They were popping bottles.
Popping bottles
at
the bar,
whatever.
champagne,
And
had a private booth.
yeah, so they got into an altercation with some guys.
Over a $200 bottle of liquor.
Of champagne.
$200, $200 or $300.
I'm hearing one side that the bottle was being brought and one of McCoy's boys snatched it out of the waitress's hand or something, or off her tray or something, and it was supposed to be going to this other group of guys. This other group of guys was upset and saw it. You know what? The details are all sketchy. Whatever. But you know what? It came down to LaShawn and his crew fighting this guy and his crew. Well, this so-called guy and his crew were a bunch of cops.
Yeah.
Now, not only did they get into an altercation and fight with cops, they beat the shit out of them.
Oh, they beat him down.
They beat the shit out of
They beat him
cops.
down.
So, LaShawn,
To which I'm thinking, law enforcement really needs to step their self-defense class up. They out here shooting people in the streets and tasing everybody. They can't beat a wet napkin. That's rough.
See, you know what the problem is they half the time they're in altercations and shit, they got their uniform on, they got the badge, they got their gun, they got shit to hide behind, you know? And then all of a sudden, when you can't reach for your waist for anything,
Yeah, what are you
you're
gonna
normal again.
And they might have been drunk out of their minds, not able to protect
So they
themselves.
drunk out of their
and,
minds,
you know.
whatever. But most likely, since they're law enforcement, they're going to an establishment with alcohol, you should be bringing your firearm.
No.
So they're not going to, most likely didn't have it on them anyway.
And apparently they didn't acknowledge themselves as police during the altercation. But at the
It's hard
same
to do that when
time,
you got blood
yeah, I was
coming
about
out
to
your
say, I'm a cup, I'm a cup. What did he say? He's got cups. Take these fists. What? You got cups. I don't care. You got cups.
Yeah,
So,
and in that situation, LaShawn McCoy is supposed to sit back,
yeah,
do nothing.
he threw a couple punches, got involved.
He was in there.
He was in the mix, and then they got out of there. And then, long story short, after the city went to an uproar, and I call in all the time, but sports radio WIP is just 98% of the people on there are just idiots about this. Oh, you can't let him beat up cops. He's messing with our cops, our police, our sanction. I was like, that has nothing to do with it. You'd have more respect for me by saying he beat up two civilians and stomped them out. He had big, huge football player guys with him, and he beat up some regular dudes. But the fact that you keep calling them law enforcement, you say it like they were wearing their uniforms. He just went out in the street and beat up some cops.
Yeah,
he was in a bar, and what are these cops doing in a bar? And where these cops got money at to be buying $300 bottle service anyway? What are these cops doing? Hey. Philly got a lot of corruption going on in there. They've been caught a lot of stuff, but I'm just saying they up in here buying bottles. Y'all cops popping bottles.
Same bottles as an NFL player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And you got your own VIP. What are these cops doing? Any hoozy.
Yeah.
He just got all the charges dropped on that. And so half the city's like, woohoo. Half the city's like, see, this is what I'm talking about with the special treatment of athletes and getting away with beating up cops. I'm like, again, they didn't beat up cops.
Yeah,
and
they you know what? They beat down these guys, and why charges wasn't brought up against them? Because something else was going on.
Yeah. Yep.
Point blank, end of story. Something else happened that we ain't gonna know about, at least for a long time.
And
because trust you me, if it was all on him, they'd have got his ass.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing, because when people say, "Oh, I don't care who started it," well, you kind of do, because if the off-duty cops started it, it makes a huge difference.
Big difference.
Huge difference.
Got to go back to the beginning. You know what? And people focus on the end. No, the end result of you getting your ass kicked because something you started. Oh, so what? Too bad. You know what?
Yep.
Y'all know how to throw them hands at.
Because the first thing it is if I put my hands on you and you leave me bloody in the street and somebody catches it, oh, you're okay because you're defending yourself. I just assaulted you, and then you defended yourself. Now, if I'm bleeding out on the floor and you go get a fucking rope and choke me out to death, now it's murder, bro. You should have just let me go. Let it go. When it starts out, if that cop pushed the dude or smacked the dude or spit in his face or anything that made him feel unsafe, and he retaliated, it's self-defense now.
Yep.
And do these off-duty cops want to get in trouble for that? Because now you can't be protected by the shield. Use a civvy.
Yep, civvy.
So he got off, and some people said, I mean, I personally, again, I don't care. You just shouldn't. And I get, you just have to be smarter than that. Like, and at the same time, like, Deshaun's thinking, well, if I didn't get in, they'd have called me a punk and said I just stood there and watched my boys do this and that. But at the same time, if you're the breadwinner, you got to have a fall guy. You got to know your role.
You got to
sit back and just be like, I can't do it, baby.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to be rolling with a crew that's going to know if something goes down, you ain't doing shit. I'm your boy and all, but you know what?
Yeah.
You going to have to handle that.
Oh, yeah, all day.
You going to have to handle that, and you going to have to handle that, because I'm going to sit my black ass right here and sip this bubbly while y'all doing y'all thing.
Right? Take care of that.
And when y'all done, whatever, you come on back and know we boys. And
my job is to pay.
I wanted to.
My job is to pay bail money.
That's right. I wanted to, but
I pay bail.
You know, I got millions on the line, baby.
Right? I can't. You just can't. Sometimes you just can't.
You want another car in the future?
Right? Go earn that, John. It's like mob rules. You got to go to jail for me. So what about your boy Bomani Jones?
Yo,
last week.
Bomani's pimping.
Yeah.
He was on the show with Caucasians written across his chest with a white Chief Wahoo at the bottom.
With a dollar sign pimping.
Sign on it. I absolutely loved it.
So it was in representation of the Indians, right?
Yeah, Cleveland Indians.
Who are being protested like the Washington sports team. And
can you just call them skins or no? Is that still bad?
You still can. I don't know. I mean, the worst part is too to me. Yeah.
I don't know. I think so.
I don't know. My on my mother's side, they're Native American, and I don't talk to her that much. But some people care, some don't. But they find it offensive, and I can't find it offensive because I didn't grow up with it. Just like I know the N-word's supposed to offend me, but I don't let it. But I know it's supposed to, and I know why it's supposed to. And depending on who says it, how they say it, it does bother me. But like, people got upset at Bomani for wearing this shirt.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy. And that's the exact thing about like with white people and not understanding slavery or racism or the Latino immigrant issue we have in this country. They just don't get it, because when somebody ever does anything to reflect it upon them, they get accosted. Oh, how dare you be so disrespectful? Yeah. That makes no sense. ESPN, you're just going to let him sit here on TV wearing this shirt that says Caucasians? Like,
well, I mean, you know what the crazy thing is? I mean, there's nothing negative about Caucasians. And Caucasian,
and that's what I'm sitting there. And y'all upset, like
you upset about what you're actually check off in a box, like when you go to fill out a job application. That's what you check off. You don't ever see Indian, like, well, do you? Yes.
Now it's Native American.
Native American now. Yeah,
now it's Native American. Before, yeah, when we were younger, it did say Indian.
Now it says Native American. You know,
and Indian.
Still there.
And it's funny too, because there are Indians, but they're a different kind of Indian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that whole connotation is also probably another thing to them. They're like, look, we don't identify as that. Those are Middle Eastern people, and I'm not from India. I'm from America. So it's a whole to do. But the fact that people were sending in tweets and he should be punished and how are you gonna let him go? I'm like, The exact reason you feel upset is why the team needs to change their name.
Yeah, exactly. They need to
I
change
don't,
their name.
it might only been a couple thousand people on Twitter, and some people wrote some articles and stuff. But either way, just that taste of how you felt is the reason it needs to change. And it amazes me that people could take the time to be upset about that.
Well, I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was hilarious too.
I was cracking up. I was like, yo,
the sales
he is on there.
The sales in that shirt probably went up like 8,000%.
Oh yeah, it started coming up on my Facebook feed.
Yeah,
and, I was like,
it's an old shirt. The shirt's like 10 or 15 years old. They've made them on this one site for a while, like those gag T-shirt sites, and then but they've been selling the shirt for forever. But now it's like just blew up.
I didn't even know. I thought he probably had it specially made. Okay.
Now, yeah, it's the T-shirt company sells it, and they've had it, and he just had the shirt. So again, the fact that he wore it there that Thursday morning had everybody all in a tizzy, and I'm cracking up like, wow.
I was almost in tears.
So again, since I'm skipping around on stories, I'm just gonna skip down to the Josh Gordon smoking weed. He got tested again off a year suspension. The test came back as diluted traces, so he's getting another 60 to 90 day buffer to test again. Which, man, they're giving this guy every shot possible.
Just because he's like one of the top 5 NFL receivers in the game right now.
He played 14 games, missed 2 games in one season, and still led the league in receiving yards before he got suspended for a year. So Stephen A. Smith always says, "Stay off the weed, man."
Don't tell me he changed.
No, he's still saying it.
Okay.
But I'm thinking, why don't we just let him smoke weed? I know it's still a class 1 scheduled drug, and maybe he needs to move to Colorado, but in the states where it's legal or medicinal, which might cover him, they need to take this off the banned list. It's not a performance-enhancing drug. They let dudes drink. They also give them pain pills, shooting them up for the games. All kinds of ways. Dudes have reported leaving with a pain addiction, pill addiction, all this stuff, and they shoot them up with all these drugs. But you can't smoke weed, man.
Nope. Can't smoke that weed.
I can't. I just don't. I can't accept that. I just don't. I want them to be able to smoke weed. Of course, he's dumb because I've heard him in interviews. He's a very intelligent person. So unless he has like some kind of illness or mental illness, depression, whatever, that's just forcing him to smoke because he can't stop, I feel like he's smart enough to know better. He just likes smoking weed. And at the end of the day, dudes are out here trying to do the GHB, steroids, all this stuff. And all this dude's doing is smoking weed.
It's all about control.
It's about control.
It's all about control. I mean, there's no point to even talk about compare weed to like alcohol. Everybody knows that alcohol is way worse for you.
Yeah.
I mean, the discussion is mute as far as I'm concerned. And he likes it.
He likes smoking weed.
He likes smoking weed. I mean,
and how many players are still smoking weed, but they just got the drug test thing down to where they don't smoke during whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
I mean, it wouldn't be a problem if he was addicted to gummy bears.
Man.
That could just be as bad for you to keep eating those daggone things. His teeth falling out, blah, blah, blah.
He's got a new roommate.
So, you know what?
Johnny Manziel said that they're roommates or whatever, hanging out. Now, Johnny Manziel also said last week he was roommating with Von Miller for the summer, but Von Miller is at housing for Dancing with the Stars right now, so that didn't come out to be true.
Yeah.
But he's saying he's working out with him, and I'm like, you can't have a heroin addict living in a crack house. I know it ain't a heroin house, it's a crack house, but it's still a problem in that house.
He should know better to be hanging with no Johnny Manziel.
That's what I said. I'm like, but
that's worse than smoking weed.
But at the same time, I feel like he's trying to say F the league for saying we can't do stuff because, again, at the end of the day, I guess Johnny did miss that one game or whatever. No, he didn't miss the game. He missed the practice or whatever. But what has Johnny done? That's a lie. He got into altercations with his girlfriend because he was drunk.
He even beating up his girl and all this other crap.
Man.
Yeah. I
was going to say, but other than that, it sounds all stupid. Other than that, all Johnny did was go out and party and drink. It's not like he did anything to anybody until he beat up his girlfriend and drug her back in the car, allegedly. Yeah. So I guess he was doing a little extra.
And he just, I don't know if you just saw this, he was just in a hit and run.
Who?
Johnny Manziel. Out there on the strip out in L.A. And he was the passenger in the car. So him and the driver fled on foot. Got picked up by guess who?
LAPD?
Josh Gordon.
No.
Josh Gordon picked him up, took him back to the scene.
I didn't read that. I didn't read that. I can't even.
Yo, I'm telling you.
I didn't read the whole article there, man. I missed out.
No, it's a different article. It just came like
he in L.A.
Yes.
Josh came and picked him up off foot from an escape in L.A.
Yeah, so they were out in L.A. or whatever.
Yo, that's a down ass brother, boy. That's holding it down, though. For real.
I mean, so he
for
was
real.
Down there. Yeah, so they were down there, whatever, doing whatever. So Johnny was with his driver, boy, or whatever. They got to an accident. They fled the scene. I guess they called up Josh. Josh picks him up, takes him back to the scene, so they could do what they got to do. So police questioned Johnny, and they said that the other guy was driving, so he probably ended up skating out of this one. But whatever.
And who knows if Johnny wasn't even really driving?
Yeah, I mean, they said they had witnesses that Johnny was not driving.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? How many times you gonna get in a situation where you gotta,
Yeah.
I don't know. You come from money, you make money, you do whatever you want to do. I guess I don't get it. So, but I mean,
Josh doesn't have that luxury.
Yeah, I mean, well, Josh got popped for a DUI back in the day, a little while, a couple of years back.
He keeps getting in trouble all the time.
Yeah. So, I mean, how many chances he gonna get? You know what I mean? I mean, he's a top level player, so he gonna get them chances.
60, 90 days, he gets another try at it from his diluted test.
Diluted. What the hell does that even mean? Y'all caught it too late.
Yeah, like he smoked. Yeah, meaning if they would have tested him 1 week later, it'd have been out of his system.
I should say diluted. So he was drinking mad water.
Yeah,
he was flushing out of his system. I mean, so so I don't know what you call it. Like, it's either in your system or it's not.
Yeah.
What's diluted?
Yeah.
The hell's diluted? Diluted marijuana. What is that? I don't even know what that means.
Again, I think it was almost out of his system. So
that means it was it's not diluted.
So let's say weed gets out of your system in 5 days. So he got tested on Monday, and they tested him on Thursday, and there was only a little bit left. They'd have waited one more day to Friday, it'd have been out of his system.
Or he just smoked that good and should have been smoking that bad.
And again, at least he's not doing that synthetic stuff, so it's end up like that Patriots player turning himself into the police station, I guess. Stick
to the natural.
Has Johnny been let go by the Cleveland Browns?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they let him go? Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Hands of that fool.
But
I don't know who's going to pick him. I mean, the thing, he doesn't even need the job. I mean, he comes from money.
Yep.
So he's going to write on his parents or daddy or whatever shirt tail. And,
yeah. And I mean, it's just crazy. Like, he's doing TMZ interviews talking about, I'm not drunk. And I'm like, bro, you're definitely drunk or been drinking heavily. So,
like, why don't he go hang with Gronkowski and learn how he does it?
Oh, what I was going to say before I forgot about the whole him allegedly roughing up his girlfriend thing. I'm like, Gronkowski is out of his mind. Have you seen the Gronkowski donut commercial?
No.
Oh wait, Gronkowski and Big Papi and the Dunkin' Donut commercial?
No.
So we're gonna pause for a second so I can run that commercial too. I'm just giving away free ad space today. Nike and Duncan. Just give me a pause for a second. I'm gonna run that.
Summertime, super nice.
Everything better with Donkey Nice.
You and me on a tandem bike,
Sipping on Donkey Nice coffee.
Summertime, everything's fine.
The sun is up and we got time.
Taking in some sunshine,
Sipping on Donkey Nice coffee.
Cup solo.
Sipping on Donkey Nice coffee. 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 Sipping on.
And so, Jay, for you, we're gonna watch it afterwards. It's David Ortiz and him at a pool at a mansion, sipping on Dunkin' Donuts, rapping a hip hop song. And Big Papi, sipping on that Dunkin', I'm sipping on that Dunkin'. And Gronkowski's sipping on that Dunkin', we sipping on that Dunkin'. And they like riding tandem bikes and shit. And I'm just like, yo, these dudes are wilding out. And it was just a commercial, obviously, it's Dunkin' Donuts. But Gronkowski, that's all he does is just wild out. He running a whole cruise ship and he's twerking on people and paying people to strip and kiss and hook up and all. Like, Gronkowski be doing wild stuff. And don't nobody say nothing to him. Oh, it's just Gronk being Gronk. I feel like Johnny Manziel's black or something. Like, everything he do gets scrutinized. And Gronkowski's out here shaking and twerking and jiggling on everything.
Well, yeah, I don't understand. He needs to get up with Gronkowski about his marketing and how the hell can you do what you do and still be okay? I can't.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, hopefully, I like Josh Gordon a lot. I think he's a big time player. Hopefully, they get him on the field. Hopefully, he figures out something with his weed issue. But love to see him on the field because he's a dope dude.
Dope dude. I caught that.
My bad. So last thing before I get to something quick, something serious. So Will Smith, the NFL player, CNN, Clickbait Central, put up Will Smith was shot in New Orleans. And I'm like, can we put Will Smith, the NFL player, or NFL player Will Smith, NFL player Will Smith? Like, you really gonna put up? Because when I first saw it, I was like, oh shit, Will Smith.
It did that on purpose.
Oh, obviously, because they took it back down. Hopefully, I still have the picture or whatever. But yeah, they took it back down. But I'm like, really, CNN? Like, this is why. Yeah. Burn, baby, burn, boy. Y'all just are out of your mind. Y'all ain't got not a nair, not a, I don't care. Horrible. So, Will Smith was out to dinner with some friends and family. Guy rear-ended him. Will Smith gets out of the car. Guy shoots at him in the car in the vehicle, kills him, injures his wife. His wife's still in the hospital. It looks like she's going to recover and make it. But the guy who killed Will Smith wasn't gunning for Will Smith. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear what he was gunning for.
Okay, so I should look it up so I know his name.
Let me know, because did you see the video prior to them?
Huh?
Did you see the video of the cars?
Yeah.
Of, Will Smith following behind him. Then he taps the back of his car. And the guy pulls over. Will Smith goes around him like he's fleeing the scene. So then guy chases him in the vehicle, end up somewhere else, and this is where it all went down.
So apparently Cardell Hayes has a suit against the officer that Will Smith was at dinner with.
What?
Apparently,
shut up.
Cardell Hayes his father was killed by that cop,
Shut up.
but Cardell Hayes' father pulled a knife on the cop. There was a knife, but he killed him. So Hayes has a suit of brutality a case out against that dude. So all this in my mind, they can't link it or whatever. It might have just been hey, we're all in New Orleans and it just happened to be you. But what are the odds of that? Will Smith is at dinner with a cop that the dude that killed Will Hayes has a case against because that buddy killed that dude's dad.
Wait, well now he wasn't in the car with Will Smith?
No, but they were at the dinner all together. And they left, and maybe he followed the wrong car. Maybe.
Sure he wasn't in that car with Will Smith? Because there was somebody else in that car. Besides him and his wife.
From the reports.
Because there was somebody else in Cordell's car too.
There's probably more information now, but from where I read at that moment at that time, I didn't get any of that good information to know that cop was the one that was there.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a long time for the real deal come out.
Yeah. So, also, they found out that Will Smith had a gun in his car and elected not to pull it.
Which is weird, because he had a concealed carry permit.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he didn't have actually another one on him. In theory.
So, I'm right. Hayes sued New Orleans PD and 6 officers after police shot and killed his father, Anthony Hayes, on December 26, 2005. And that's an old case. So maybe it was just an accidental, coincidental thing. That's 2005. He can't still... Then again, you remember who killed your dad.
You lay in the cut like Al Qaeda, homie.
Yeah, you remember who killed your dad. The federal lawsuit was settled in September 2011. While attorneys were preparing for trial in the case, court papers don't describe the settlement. According to the lawsuit, several people told officers that Anthony Hayes had a history of mental illness. So maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe it was coincidence. But that's like a deep-rooted stars aligning moment of wow.
Yeah, this dude got shot in his back 7 times.
Yeah.
He shot him in his back 7 times, and then at the 8th time, well, I don't know if it was number 8 or what, but it was at the left side of his body. So if I had to assume to look at the situation and what happened, after he ran up and came up behind him, I guess, or whatever, he jumped out of his car. Will Smith jumped out of his car. They started running, yeah. Then Will Smith was like, man, fuck this. I'm going to turn around and reach for my gun now. So he's outside his car. He turns around, goes to reach for his gun. And when he does that, bow. Hits him in his left side. He starts to turn. He starts to drop down. Then he just got unloaded in his back. And slides on down. Never got the opportunity to get to his gun.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, just like in Florida, in Louisiana, I think there's a stand your ground law. If that's the case, homeboy might have a case, except for he might get off the murder charge.
Yeah.
He wouldn't get off of carrying a weapon, because I'm sure he's not allowed to carry a weapon.
No, not if he's got mental issues.
No, because technically, if he had a firearm, a permit, that could be like the George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin thing. Okay, yeah. So what? I chased after him. I talked with him. I perceived him as a threat. I shot him.
Especially if he hit you and he did the hit and run.
Yeah, he did the hit and run. I had to go after him.
I didn't think about that.
So if there is a stand your ground law, I think there is down there. he could possibly get off of that, but he wouldn't be able to get off because of the gun charges. I mean, because he's not supposed to be carrying probably, and since he's had a lawsuit against the city.
Oh, yeah,
they ain't gonna let his nothing's gonna slide his way.
No. So
But here's the other thing. So he let off at least 10 shots because his wife, Will Smith's wife, got shot at least twice in the legs. How in the fuck? I mean, that's just crossfire.
Yeah,
that's just lucky. I mean, I'm not. There's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be answered.
Yeah. I mean,
I need to see some pictures. I need to see the scene.
At the end of the day, it's crazy. So Sean Payton comes out, says he doesn't understand guns and the purpose of guns, and nobody should have guns. And then Drew Brees made the same statement, and I'm just like, Will Smith had a gun too, though.
Yeah, he had a gun.
So, I mean,
he had a gun. It was legal technically. I guess.
And the other thing too is like, man, I tell you what, like, if I was going to carry my gun in the car with me in my vehicle, I wouldn't have got out that car without my gun in my hand or in my pocket.
I'm not never left the vehicle.
Yeah,
with it.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not getting out my vehicle without my weapon. Like, what are you getting out the vehicle for? Like,
I would have never left the vehicle.
I've been in one.
I'd have took my gun out. I'd have held it right there at the window. He'd have came to the window. That's what he's looking at. You didn't come up here to talk to me, did you?
Right.
You definitely didn't come up here to talk to me, did you?
Like, I got that was an accident, and the guy jumped out of his truck, ran up to my window, cussing. I cracked my window, and he's like 5'2". And I'm like, bro, you all right? Are you okay, sir? I apologize. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I was like, you never know who's in this car. My windows are tinted.
Yeah,
I could have a gun pointed at you right now. What are you running up on my window screaming at me for? It's an accident. And mind you, his truck had no damage to it. My car was like messed up. Mm-hmm. Like, bro, what you trying to get beat down? Cause, like, why? But people don't think.
No, they don't think.
And I'm like, I'm mad he had a weapon in the car and got shot without any kind of retaliation. Because that's the whole purpose. Like, people that are gun people would say, oh, he had a gun, he should have used it, or should have had it ready to protect himself, because that's why you have a gun. You have a gun for that reason. You keep it in your car because you're afraid for that reason. And then you get out of the car without your protection.
Here's the thing. Here's your problem. He was out drinking.
True.
He probably had it off of his person because he was out enjoying his evening, left it in the car,
and didn't think to pull it because he was half drunk.
Didn't think about it anymore. Now I'm sure he had some drinks.
Yeah.
You know? So for him to be pulling a gun out on someone, no matter what the situation, and you got alcohol in your system, and you're an NFL player, and you got money, you got a problem. Guess what? Stay your black ass or white ass home.
Yeah.
Bring the party to you.
Yeah.
Then again, you're like Jason Williams. You want to shoot up your
yeah, Uber everywhere,
driver or whatever.
Uber everywhere, Uber everywhere.
Yeah. You can't just. You can't put yourself in certain situations. But damn, I mean, you can't go out. I understand. You want to go out. You want to have a good time with your wife. Your wife's going to want to go out with you occasionally. You know, you want to go show your boys this, that, and the third. You want to do this, or your family. It's like you can't do nothing.
No.
You know, and then you get a gun to protect yourself. But if you go drinking, I was like, oh, I can't. The right thing to do would be to not carry it with me. Yeah. And not do anything with it, because if I do happen to get into an altercation and I have liquor in me and I have to use my gun, I have an issue now.
You got a real problem.
Yeah. So it's a double-edged. You can't.
It's hard being. Hey, the more money we come around, the more problems we see. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. You can't go out here in the streets.
It ain't safe.
I mean, and dude was a big dude himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. If you hit a dude, tried to flee, he chased you down, hit you, Oh, click clack. Yo, calm down, bro. I messed up, I'm a little drunk, but you're going to have to pipe down. I'm not getting out my car without my gun if I got my gun on me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what you're saying, hey, what if it was like a little white guy and now it goes from a hit and run to he jumped out his car with a gun. Now it's a whole to-do. But man, I tell you what, I'd have had mines on me. I'd have had mines.
I mean, you got an NFL player that's a big dude. You got this Cordell guy that's a big dude.
I mean, so it's a shame people don't kick fair ones no more. I can't even trust
throw them hands.
Me being a big dude, you being a big dude. Dudes just don't kick fair ones.
No,
they don't. So
both running around the city with guns. Wild West out this piece.
Last story. Not even a story, just a little video clip. Soccer. Girls playing soccer down in North Carolina. I think it was a high school team, and I see the next JJ Watt out there. This chick comes out of the box, and I can't figure out, like, for some reason her penalty wasn't that big, and some people say it's legal to hit somebody like that, but she literally launched herself torpedo style.
You can't even do that in the NFL.
Yeah,
how the hell is that legal in high school soccer?
Girls' high school soccer too. This chick went dolo on this other chick, and she wasn't even going nowhere near the ball yet, and she speared her. Like, let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. I saw that video. I'm like, oh my God.
She launched at her.
Yo,
you can't. She should have been ejected. Something.
Oh, something. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened. I'll leave it in the nose what happened to the chick. Sleep. But man, she laid this chick out. I was like, man, that was crazy. A little bit extra, doing too much on that. So
Cordell should did the Will Smith.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to start working on feature segments where we talk about stuff, because now that basketball is about to wind down to the playoffs, we got the NFL draft, and I watch a little bit of baseball, but hockey playoffs coming. I don't really watch hockey that much either. But
Flyers got up in that piece.
They did. The Flyers did sneak up in there. Rest in peace to Schneider. Old school cat. Brought he actually started WIP. He brought the Flyers in.
Did he?
Yes, he started the radio station. Yes, he did. It was his thing. He started it. We can talk about that sometime. But a lot of playoffs coming around, and we want to talk about that. Should you be married in an athlete thing? That should just be like a featurette topic conversation. And
it's a big ass no.
Yeah. What's our phone number so people could call us, leave us a message?
908-845
IQMZ. Leave us a voicemail. Tell us what you would do if you were rich. Would you ditch your lady and have many ladies? Or would you keep your lady and have many ladies? Or would you AJ Green, be a virgin till you 80? Or would you stay faithful?
He's the only one.
Yo.
I don't know. And that has
only
to be
one. I mean, Curry acts like he's Mr. Golden Boy. He better never, ever, ever, ever let his tip slip. Ever. He up in here, Chef Curry with his wife, Steph Curry with the wife, cooking and stuff, and making a little corny family Instagram videos. And man, yeah, like I said, LeBron doing it too. LeBron's always out there with the kids in the video and the family man, and then you get caught in the DMs. You get caught. Like you better. Curry better never. He better.
Oh, he better never. He better never.
Also, if you want to yell at us about something, email Jay at IQMZ and tell him how he's wrong and everything that he's doing wrong with himself and his sports ideas and how he just needs help. Follow us on the Twitters, like the Facebook page, patreon.com/IQMZ. Throw us change and we'll dance, because that's how we do it. Imagine us being like, we're doing this show like we're on the boardwalk. We got a bucket out and we're playing guitar, but we're sitting in rooms talking about sports. It's the same difference. Just throw change at us.
Throw change.
And I want to end with this video. The boy Country Wayne talk about what we gonna do without Kobe. What you gonna do without Kobe, yo?
I don't know.
What you gonna do?
He sums it all up.
Yeah.
I can't say it no better than him.
Nah,
because I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. And that's the thing too. Like, he was not playing for a year last year, but he was still around, and he was still scowling at people. Like I said, like he's the one of the last bad guys. You know who's left? Who's taking his mantle? Westbrook.
Yeah.
Westbrook hates everybody.
Westbrook could get down back in the day. I could see him playing back in the day.
Yeah. Westbrook
playing
could,
with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, Westbrook and Rondo. But Rondo still got bridged from the old school from Pierce and Garnett when he was young. He got brought in with some ignorant mofos. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Westbrook could hold it down. Westbrook could play with the old style basketball.
I think, what's his name? Perkins too.
Perkins, yep.
He can bang down there with the big boys.
Yeah, but I just mean like, man, I'm gonna miss Kobe, so we gonna let our country Wayne ride out, man. He crying, man.
He's shedding them tears.
IQMZ.
That far.
No, not that far. I ain't no Lakers fan. I ain't gonna front on the nasty dunk.
Right.
So we're out. IQMZ.com, aka we brought Kobe to the NBA. And we out.
Later.
Yeah, they say Kobe leaving. He retired. The black mama. The snake dead though. It's okay. He was shooting a lot of airball and stuff, but I think I don't know how the league gonna be without him. I ain't gonna like LeBron. I be damn if I like LeBron. I bet I won't like him. And still Curry. I like him, but he making light-skinned guy look a little too good right now. I don't know who I'm rock with. Oh, Lord. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been riding him for years. Oh, I can't like LeBron. I don't like his new mustache. I don't like his new mustache. Ooh. I can't be a Kevin Durant, man. His legs too skinny, his knees too big. And James Harden, I don't know what's in his beard. I can't trust him. I don't know what's in his beard. I don't know what kind of fan I'm going to be. Ooh. And Carmelo Anthony, I can't be his fan, man. He can't win a game. Oh, shoot. Ooh. I don't know what I'm going to do. Kobe, I'm going to miss you, brother. I'm going to miss you. Help is on the way.